but they are pretty darn slow at taking him. Meanwhile, get the silent stampede through. Chain Frost will start bouncing, but Manta is there from the AM. ADR gets low. Earth Splitter will connect. Tomato's forced to blink to the north. Duster in a little bit of trouble, but the Earth Spirit in a little bit more trouble. And now Tomato as well taken out. Robo Z comes through. BKB popped up by Medusa. We mentioned in the draft she'd have to go for this item this game, and they don't have an answer for it just yet. Wild Axe is up in 2 seconds. Chen looking to recall the OD. He gets connected with by the Wild Axes, but they're not nearly enough. Only level 2 to... but they don't really have wave clear in spades, the Radiant lineup, and they'll lose their tier 2 here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So a great win for the reveal of the BKB. 10-second BKB for Leo. Chain Frost didn't look all that effective, but the Earth Splitter through this chasm did a lot of work for the Dire side in that fight. Wish I'd caught the recap.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Desolator completed by the Lifestealer, and the Brazilian squad looking a lot more comfortable in this one. Medusa beginning to scale well. She's got the BKB working on the Scotty. The Desolator completed by the Lifestealer, who's been relevant most of the game. And now we hear the Infest into the Beastmaster. Has a Blink Dagger. They'll just throw the Medusa at the buildings. Jump forward, stomp, and Double Edge will tickle the Medusa. Tomato pushing bottom lane in very slowly. And pushing mid simultaneously as well. But not willing to fight for this tier 2 just yet. There is good vision for the Dire side here. They'll preemptively pop the Shrine. Papita could be in a little bit of trouble here. They split them up using the Astral. And get the roar up onto RoboZ. Nice stop. Earth Splitter finishes off the OD. Stone Gaze is there as well on the east side. They'll take out the Chen. Oh, OD actually survived the initial burst with an Imprison. He's able to make it back to safety. Chen gonna buy back. They will lose the Lich to a double edge, but now Pepita out here in trouble, and Echo Stomp will stop his TP. They'll buy him back as well as the Chen. They'll buy back the Centaur as well. Moves, finds the rolling boulder onto the Earth Spirit. Tomato chasing forward, looking for more. He's not going to find much of anything. Finds the Medusa here. He's by his lonesome. Pops up the counterspell. BKB will be there. And he'll send back the Mystic Snake to the BKB target. And now the Medusa's left for dead. Could these buybacks have been worth it? For Infamous, they'll get Roche undoubtedly here. With 60 seconds, no Medusa. But it was 3 buybacks used. And overall 1200 gold and pretty even on experience, but 1200 gold net going the way of the Brazilians. However, that'll more or less be nullified with the Roche being about 1000 gold. And the Aegis for Tomato with that freshly picked up Scotty. Unbelievable that RoboZ able to survive in that fight. I thought surely he died to the Earth Splitter, but he might. By his lonesome up the lane. Does have support inbound a little bit behind him. Meanwhile, up by the shrine, it will find the Medusa. Jump forward. Echo Stomp does not connect. Manta Dodge is there. BKB from the Medusa keeps her safe, but she doesn't have mana for the Stone Gaze. And Dust are going to be dropped. They will get the Primal Roar onto the OT. Big Mana Void onto 3, but they can't follow it up. Now blinking in is Tomato under the counterspell. He'll lose his first life, and he's all by his lonesome here. Centaur looking to go back in. Stop! Connects before the ET. Hits onto 3. Pepita is going to be there to save the day, but he ends up falling. So does the Chen. Anti-Mage jumping back in, and just going on this BKB Medusa has proved to be very bold for Infamous, and it is yet to pay off. Tomato hanging around, still feeling pretty unkillable. He dies once. They lose the Aegis there. So overall, still a pretty... Starts to get a little stronger, perhaps get some armor. He does have the Shivas queued up. It'll be tougher for the Lifestealer to kill him off, but this LS is just quietly a force in this game. Armlet, Deso, MKB. And he's been enough to carry the Medusa through to this point. Almost level 25 on the AM is Tomato. And so that lower mana void cooldown could be certainly a team fight changer going forward. OD looking at his level 20 pretty soon. Medusa just picked hers up recently. And similar to the OD, the LS is just parity almost across the board in this game. The one outlier is that anti-mage, but yeah, he survived, but he hasn't. he hasn't felt like the massive threat that you expect an AM to be with this kind of lead. They're going to let mid lane press forward with 2 siege creeps here. Tomato going to have his smoke popped as he walks uphill. Has a double damage rune ready. Finds one. Oh, does not get the Mana Void off in time. And there were 2 heroes in that Beastmaster as he was infested at the moment. And that was a massive TP out. Game of inches at this point. 30 minutes in. And this is that anti-mage peak that you want to be taking advantage of. He had a double damage rune as well, so. Infest into the Beastmaster once again. Solar Crest available on the BM. Oh, the anti-mage blinks forward. Still a hard. Last couple of fights they've opened on this Medusa. I doubt they'll look to do that again, as she's proven difficult to kill. Tomato perhaps just flagging his teammates how close he is to that level 25. And looking to pick that up for the next fight. Should be able to in this wave. Consulting with his team, perhaps, what he takes here. I think that's definitely the right call. It's mostly physical damage coming out from the Resilient squad. Anything big for the Medusa here? Completes up a Scotty of her own, so getting even more tanky. We saw the BKB not too long ago from Robozy. And both teams just posturing, perhaps waiting for this next Roche. About, yeah, and Leo says it as I look. It's about 1 minute and 30 until the minimum spawn for Roche. Something to definitely consider. Still, though, it does feel like the Radiant have the majority of the map control here. So they are the ones farming more so than their counterparts. As they assemble mid lane here. Astral Spirit. Ooh, Dire Side did not see the anti-mage, it seems. Radiant. Caught a glimpse of the Lich, but can't really do much about it. Oh, and they do see the Medusa top lane. She's going to go for the TP out, and will make it successfully. Duster marching down mid lane alongside his Beastmaster. The Hawk does scout the Earth Spirit, but is that really the target they want? Jump forward, they will Primal Roar up the Earth Spirit and take him out quickly. And the rest of Infamous will scatter. Tomato undeniably will look to cut the wave here mid, but there isn't one nearby. There is one marching towards the Radiant base, but doesn't look like they'll be able to do anything with it. I think Roche was more the larger concern. And it's 1.5 minute Roche respawn, so about right in the middle. Standing on the high ground, Tomato. Dire do not see him. Blinks down to the low ground. Counterspell. Oh, he's used the counterspell. Can they initiate on him? Sinister Gaze is there as well. They've got the Echo Stomp. He blinks away, though. And we'll send back that Mystic Snake.
generation.
TP in bottom lane. They do find the Beastmaster, but this could spell their own doom. Odie forces away. Beautiful scout by RoboZ, seeing that Astral Spirit come through and is able to dodge the Echo Stomp. Doesn't end up having to use the BKB for it either. They'll shove in the top lane in the meantime and force a reaction in that sense.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As Tomato beats into the middle lane. Excuse me, I had to grab some water there. Jump forward. Primal Roar is going to be reflected onto the Beastmaster. And he leans back in shame, yelling right into his own ears. Nobody likes the sound of their own voice. You guys know how it is. Orchid pickup, interesting one here. Bloodthorn going to be built up by Tomato. Could be really nice against the Lifestealer. Not a BKB hero, of course, because he has the rage, but if you silence him before he's able to use it, can really hinder his ability in the team fights. And sort of any support. The Lich, the Elder Titan, but into the Roche Pit they go, and they've snuck this even under my nose. And I don't have Fog of War. Infamous with quick duck into the Roche Pit. There's a cheese level 2 Roche on RoboZ as well. And this has got to be their window, if any. They did get a double damage rune. Nahaz is triggered if he's watching right now. The reason that Roche went down so quickly and this tower through backdoor protection is the good old DD rune. Or the Agi carry late in the game. A lot of sentries starting to be deployed here by the Radiant side. Dire Vision does not see anyone. Radiant does see a glimpse of the Beastmaster as the pings frantically. It's dumb how low that cooldown is, isn't it? Dire side have good vision here. They'll TP the Medusa into the shrine and go for the Chen. Almost take him down in 2 hits. Force Staff and Stampede, though, will keep him safe. And now a stun onto the Beastmaster. Can they take him out in time? He's brought real low, silenced up. Double Edge finishes him off. Earthsplitter really won't connect onto anyone. Tomato gets the second kill on the Lich. Stonegaze is being popped, but everyone's doing a Delta split from the Infamous side. And after the Beastmaster buyback, Jesus and Amigos are forced back into their base still, Aegis in hand. And we saw that blink into the backlines. Bloodthorn on the Lich takes out the support. Lane's not in a great position, but good enough here for Infamous. They can make a pass at high ground. And just as quickly as the fight starts, it ends. Beautiful plays with the Force Staff and the Stampede to keep the Chen alive. And now that Chen still has a Hand of God to contribute. Almost 3-shot there, that Chen. Really doesn't have any items. Tomato quickly takes out the tier 3 top, blinks away. Joins his team in mid, Papita. And Tomato gets to work on that tier 3. Counterspell is there. Blink away. So a couple of tier 3s going the way of the Aegis wielding Infamous side.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Has fallen.
Aegis up for another minute and a half.
What have we here?
Ooh, the DD rune again. What have we here indeed?
Invisibility.
You can take these shrines out with ease.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Stampede mid lane. They look to find the Beastmaster. They don't even have the AM with him and won't need him. Right clicks from the OD, more than enough. They find the Imprison on the Lifestealer. He does have Rage, however, and is able to get it off. And now the Earth Spirit kind of rolls into his own doom, but is able to get forced down to the low ground. And now jump forward, Bloodthorn onto the Medusa. She's forced to pop BKB. Anti-Mage can simply blink away, and that's this 7 second BKB from the Medusa. Tier 3 made quick work of in the bottom lane. Jump forward, 3-shot, Duster's Lich by Tomato with the double damage rune once again. Blinks forward, Bloodthorn onto the Elder Titan. Robo just bodying them up as they take out the objectives. 4-step away for the Earth Spirit from the open wounds. Mana Void is going to kill another. That'll be the Elder Titan. And they'll get a 4th as the Lich buys back. Sanity's Eclipse onto 2. Chain Frost will do nothing significant in this one. Tomato, Sinister Gaze in the fountain, jumps forward. Hand of God is going to be there. He's going to blink away to remove aggro from the fountain. Still alive, has the Aegis. May have just wanted to die there. OD is going to imprison the Centaur, who gets the blink off. Pepita's still alive. Moo's able to roll away. Tomato's still alive. Aegis regeneration kicks in here. And 2 lanes of racks going Infamous's way. Still no Lich for 40 seconds. They're going to try and make it 3. No Stone Gaze. BKB is available for the Medusa, but it's mega creeps for Infamous in this all-important game 3. As the horn sounds, the drums of war sound, I should say. The hour of reckoning is at hand for Jesus e Amigos. Counterspell, blink away, roar, again, back onto the Beastmaster. Boulder Smash through 3. They do get 1. It's going to be the Earth Spirit they take out. Earth Splitter will connect onto 3. Robo is able to BKB and pop the cheese, trying to stand his ground here. Medusa doing a lot more damage than he anticipated. Jump forward, Abyssal Blade, Bloodthorn, Mana Void onto 3. And that's going to be the game as 3 down. Medusa can only watch in horror. GG, and the disconnects come out from the Brazilian squad as Peru, Infamous, ultra kill. They get the OD Anti-Mage versus Medusa matchup, and that is just such a steep hill to climb.
Тем более стоит учитывать, что здесь Monkey King пока я не уверен, что будет приобретать Селинку. Но вот Морфлинг однозначно приобретет Селингдосферу против Думбрингера, против Тролль Варлорда. Это для него просто жизненно необходимо сейчас. Так что... Ну и это линки... Ну, ты как минимум хочешь собирать себе что-то на начальный дэмэдж, возможно, какой-нибудь башер и подобные вещи. Но Блэкимбар здесь тебя спасать от Дума не будет. Короче, смысл в том, что Морф не так сильно боится Дума.
We'll get them someday.
They're catching up, guys.
Yeah, they don't have to explain why they're picking either.
We lose our jobs if they catch up.
Some Illuminati stuff going on here. I don't know.
All right, I'm ready to get into this one.
Yeah, I'm ready
if
to
anything,
see
it's
how
in a
the fun
laning
went,
phase alone. Hey, Core Tidehunter.
I don't know.
Target, sir.
I'm still bamboozled by a lot of this here. I mean, I do like the Bane though. The Bane pickup is usually pretty solid, right? Being able to, you know, have that lockdown, trade efficiently in lane, and then of course the BKB piercing was proven time and time again when we've seen it. It's good. Yeah. It's good stuff. But we do have a little bit of a pause here as everybody's trying to figure out what the heck is happening, and probably, you know, some internet issues.
They're probably themselves. They're like, wait, what did we draft? What are we doing with the lanes? No, I joke, but All right. Looks like Morphling's the one DC'd there, so wait for him to come back in.
Now what do we? All right, we can kind of tell, right? We've got the little tangos going. Okay, so it's actually gonna be Leo style mid and Atsun on the Doom. All right, this is something I've seen before. Atsun does play this Doom. He's used to play like really tanky kind of strength heroes in the safe lane or what, or sometimes in the off lane, depending how they wanted to roll with this in a former iteration of Thunder Predator. So. No.
Alright, so this is even different than we put it down. Doom on the safe lane, Tidehunter off lane, and the troll mid.
And it's a Toon playing the Doom, as you just pointed out. Like,
and no Rubik mid. Thank you.
I don't know. Toon's been it added this team's performance. Again, they've looked good as a team too, but Toon has been the one rock solid, even in the losing efforts.
This guy works his butt off.
He works his butt off. He's gonna buy 8 Crawling Blades. He's ready to farm this game. On Doom, no. But you put him on Doom, and you got to wonder. You know, he's obviously not going to be scaling like crazy like he is on these previous cores. But hey, maybe that's what they need. I don't know. But in the late matchup, it does make sense. Goes back to that.
And then on the side of SG Esports, they're sending the Monkey King mid, which is, I guess, the least favorable matchup for him here, honestly, because that's going to be against the Troll. The Troll's going to do just fine there, so he doesn't get either of the melee cores. Which is a clever switch up from Thunder Predator, I think.
It's interesting too because Doom, and you got to wonder, you know, he's on the Doom scaling like crazy like he is on these previous cores, but there's those mind games.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah, but because Thunder Predator decided to put these players on these specific heroes, it's pretty obvious what they're doing.
I guess SG's just decided to roll with it. Tiny and Darks here are gonna be messing with the creep wave between the lanes again. And this time it's actually a Toon alone on the bot lane. So I suppose that this is also how they prepared for this happening in general. Like, there's no support here anymore. Prada is not down here to suffer and be level 1. Instead, he's
Yep, in comes Prada. This can give him a couple hits here. Should be a dead Lucy. Ooh, the toss out! Whoa, no! Very tough comes out from Prada. I think he's still. Oh, that fairy fire.
Almost got him. Good attempt, at least, from Tiny right there.
If that was a pub, there would just be pings coming out the wazoo, right? They're like, dude.
You know, if Virtus Pro can fall for that, it's allowed to anyone, right? Right?
This is what, 3 out of the 4 games at least that Atoons have to deal with a Darkseer just creep cutting like this.
Yep.
Now obviously he's both the Life Shield and the Juggernaut game previously. He's done fantastic at dealing with it, but
yeah, once he got that Omni Slash up, there was no other creeps to bounce around to. There was just the one and only Darkseer.
Jeez, this is ridiculous though.
Ring around Rosie here with a bunch of creeps.
This time he doesn't even get his regen.
Yeah, he's not dealing with the support though this time. He's just simply getting free farm on Darkseer.
Good avalanche coming in. There's gonna be the toss back. And Prada's dead.
I think one of the big benefits for Thunder Predator here is that they only have their offlaner becoming underleveled in this tri lane, whereas for SG it is their Morphling Golem who is getting contested and having a harder time. And with all of these supports tied up on the top lane, it means that this mid lane is just a free 1 versus 1. And Monkey King doing good against the Troll, but yeah, the Troll is actually getting to farm here.
I would think Troll's pretty decent in this matchup, maybe more than some others. Melee's full kind of melee range mix, of course, but his rolling axes do seem like they're going to come into play, specifically that melee form.
Oh.
Use him right there.
Obviously, if the Monkey King has a double damage.
Yeah, well, you see, he doesn't mind. He's still fighting into him.
Okay.
You were saying, Kips?
Out.
Well, I mean, this is a very good ability, and
oh, that's a perfect voice line too, right?
That was, I mean, it was. Yeah, I did not expect him to man up like that, but...
I can't really say that that's outplay there, though, because it is RNG if you're going to hit those shots or not.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a risk was taken, and it wasn't worth it. Well,
that's littering bananas in the mid lane.
That's not a way to do it.
He doesn't mind. He's still fighting into him. You were saying, Kips?
Be a responsible citizen.
Correct. Correct.
I notice that Sweden's really good with that.
Yeah, I got a little confused at the McDonald's. I was
Go to
looking at it, I was
McDonald's
like, all right, there's 4 different containers to put things in. What is this classified as?
In America, we just have one big box, so you just throw everything into.
No, I mean, you got a thing for cans and glass generally, but there are just like multiple options. Even my trash can in my room has multiple segments where it's like, all right, this is for mixed, this is for this and this. Ooh, the toss back though. This is not looking good for this Rubik. Matthew trying to get himself out. Stutter step comes through, and that's a dead Rubik.
Some more fling. He's again, his CS isn't the prettiest, but involved in a couple of kills at least. At the top lane up there, hasn't died yet. So I think considering he's feeling fine. Monkey King obviously dying hurts, but his CS is also comparable, and now he might be in trouble if the root proc comes out. He just needs 1. He's not going to get any in range for him now. In the whirling axes though? Oh, the mischief! Found a strike! He's gone!
That's very close.
He did cancel it in the tech there as well. Oh, Rubik made his way down bottom.
That should be at that Darkseer.
The burn down.
Yes.
And the right clicks just taking him over the edge.
I feel like we're getting more voice lines this time. And playing a little
more loose.
Yeah, they're having a good
good.
time. They're trying to chill out.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think everybody needs to chill out a little bit.
Calm down, all right. So Midas Q is feeling fine. Monkey King obviously dying hurts, but his CS is also comparable, and now he might be in trouble if the root proc comes out.
Doesn't mean that, like, we've seen him just be completely just undisturbed, having a spa day, hitting creeps in like a lane, and it isn't proving to always be enough though. Like, he needs those other lanes to be doing well. He can only carry them so hard. I mean, definitely it feels like the mid lane's going a lot better this time around here for Leo style, which I'm sure will help, but it's a team game. Yep, Matthew making this rotation here. Does have the lift, will throw back, whirling axes. They need, oh, look at these TP rotations though. Oh, at the last second, that mischief buys him some more time, and you're gonna lose the troll.
I'll tell you what, for as aggressive as he's playing, and he even got the kill earlier, he's not getting root procs. I kind of feel for him here. I don't think I've seen one yet on the Monkey King, but he needed one there, and he gets a kill. Sometimes you roll the dice, they come up, I don't know, something bad.
Sometimes the dice roll you.
Sometimes the dice roll you.
This Tidehunter getting some time to catch up now. And yeah, I like this overview of the levels, because the Doom is coming out ahead of the Darkseer there. Like, if you give anyone a free lane, a Doom is going to do the most with it, I'm sure. Maybe an Alchemist, I suppose.
There's a toss back right into the basket. Frank, you're a tanky melon, but you are not tanky enough with all that.
Level 1 Kraken Shell, not nearly enough to help him there. Even the 2 Anchor Smash as well, but 3 heroes coming together, so not much of a chance. Nice counter ward coming out from Leo Style meanwhile.
Yeah, I imagine you saw the Monkey King place that ward just now. There's another support coming out. Oh, both of them? Everyone knows where it is Darkseer is.
I feel like this has been a trend of these Darkseer games. Like, the start's amazing the first like 5 minutes, and then he just starts to get caught over and over again. And all that early farm is just, it starts to go down the drain, and Toon accelerates, as again he's doing here with the Hand of Midas. So it's been the theme. Thunder Predator knows how to deal with the Darkseer.
Yep. But they've also lost a lot, like that's the weird thing, right? Because they know how to deal with it in the laning stage.
Yeah.
And then they've also lost to it 3 times now, I believe? Or is it just 2 in
I think it was 2 of the games.
Am I predicting the 3rd here?
Yeah.
Getting a little bit ahead of myself here. It's just strange that this looks like the same kind of story again, with Toon getting so much farm, and I was just sitting here wondering, is he actually going to get to push that through to the end now? I
mean, you saw that for a while too when you look at teams like Infamous, right? For a while you saw Tomato, he would, you know, get quite a bit of farm and be playing the map quite well, but the rest of the team just for whatever reason weren't able to make the space or figure out what to do with themselves while he's trying to get that. But oh, hey Rubik, you just found yourself a lot of friends here.
Got a prize.
I think they got spooked though. I'm surprised they didn't go right in.
Yeah.
Guess they don't want to dive this tower with the Tide Hunter nearby.
Yeah.
Tide Hunter is level 5 though, doesn't have the Ravage up just yet.
Might have thought somebody else was nearby too. The other support was missing, so Bane in the area.
Let's see, like, I'm trying to think of the way that the first tower is going. Is he actually going to get to push that through to the end now?
I mean, we saw that for a while.
Some, like with a core on another lane, either the Doom or the Tide Hunter, use a level 6 on either of those heroes, get a kill, rotate the troll in, and you take that tower. And then in the meanwhile, for example, the Rubik can hold a tower somewhere else, so you'd want to have the Bane involved in that attempt, something like that.
Whenever you have a troll too, somebody really needs that Vlad. I mean, it's already a strong item, but it's very good on a hero like troll. I think I saw Doom might have been building one after the Hanamitis, so that's the good news.
That would be
carrier.
Like he could go full Aura Doom, like just sleeping.
Yeah, what's happening here? Why are they just letting this little Darkseer run through their jungle? It's just running amok.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't getting a lot of farm exactly.
It just seems kind of odd that you just let him like, hey,
Even try.
just waves as he goes by. Like,
I think he was waiting with the sleep until the surge came out, and then by the time the surge came out, he'd already made enough distance that he couldn't sleep him anymore.
Possible.
Something like that. Oh,
That's a Rubik.
not anymore, it isn't.
There, yeah. There he goes.
So I take that back. Doom actually ends up going the drums, which again, very fast item, especially now with the personal use.
It's interesting, so he does feel that he needs to play a more active role this game, I guess.
Yeah. Your troll is building a Battle Fury, so kind of makes sense.
Alright, alright. And being against a Monkey King on the mid lane, yeah, they have the Rubik here now to hold this lane up as well. And it just means that they get to give the Rubik some levels as well as retreat this troll into the jungle without worrying that their mid tower goes down. It's a Monkey King as well, so he's not going to be dealing any damage there anytime soon.
Yeah, just allowing him to soak up some of those levels, I think, is a good plan.
And the second catapult wave is coming in now, and I still don't really see any big rotations. The Darkseer has a Dominator. This could have been a point for him to rotate, but instead, no, it's the troll coming to the bot lane.
Right, there's the Nightmare like we talked about. A couple of these value quits off. I'll actually doom him here.
The two just walks away, turns around.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going back to farming. Bye, guys.
Did my job.
I am still actually going to get picked up by the Rubik, though, so that's a pretty nice pickup here, but I'm just worried, like, why that Atun doing well isn't going to be enough in this, especially on a Doom.
There's a reason to be worried, Moxie. Hasn't worked the last 2 times.
What I'm
And that was on heroes that could, you know, potentially, yeah,
carry
I don't know.
5. Yes.
I'm not sure what the conversations are going on in that team right now and what they're planning, what they're doing here. I'm not sure if Leo Style was...
Wanted to take the carry role.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at? That's interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. We really don't. It's interesting to speculate about, but point is they do have a comfortable lead, 3,000 net worth lead.
Yep.
And the Doom is heavily leading the way.
That's per usual.
More, yeah, net worth than anyone else. He's
This is a Dominator into a Midas again, huh, Scruff?
Yeah. That's good. Up and down. Nice.
It's...
You'd figure they would have learned by now, right?
Yeah, but apparently not. And that means that this Doom gets so much bonus gold out of that item.
Times he had Ravage, could not get it off though in time. Monkey King is here as well.
Oh, that's a
Eclipse
big...
going off right there. Doom running in, trying to make a play. Golem getting low, but more spack into his main form.
Interesting that he morphs into the Rubik to let his Rubik form take that damage over time. Hey, I'm sorry, my main body is not gonna taking this.
And then there's Troll.
Yeah.
Tower beatdown.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, you know, when I got the kill on the Darkseer earlier, they could connect bot, take that tower down, but I guess it's better like this.
You don't want to Ravage for this.
No, you're not.
No way he is.
Nice little toss there as well. And that mid tower is way more valuable than the side tower over there then. So now Radiant's mid tower is going to have a creep wave against it only half as often. Troll can farm the jungle even more. Rubik can be off the map all the while as well. Everything's gone up Thunder Predator right now, I'd say.
Yeah. Toon, he's gonna flank. He's got Doom. Trying to get more flank. Courier's coming out as well. Golem, if he gets doomed up. And the Infernal Blade. No Doom used, though. There was no support really coming in, I suppose, so.
Yeah.
Wanted to be going aggressive, but with no TPs, no way he's getting that kill. They were smoked, that's why, elsewhere.
Ooh. That got broken by the Monkey King. Didn't manage to, toss back, of course.
That should be a kill. Oh, well, they did make a kill happen elsewhere.
I haven't seen like that many objectives being taken though. It just feels like everybody's kind of running back and forth at each other. Optin wants to use Doom or something here. He's just been hanging out. He's not actually hitting any creeps for the most part. In fact, now he turns around. He does Doom the Morphling. He doesn't have anyone else here for backup though. He's just going to start chasing after him. There's going to be the Glimpse coming back again. Optin still running. There's going to be Gush coming out and there's going to be Prada making this rotation. The toss back over here. Just trying to get Optin out of his face, but they will find that Disruptor and get a nice kill there. Looks like Tiny gonna be able to TP out. They're not gonna be able to find him in time. They don't have oh, they had the Fiend's Grip, I guess, so they could have used it if they wanted, but
yeah, they were saying that for the Morphling, I think, but he was out of reach by the time that came by.
I feel like timing was all off on all of that. I don't think Doom wanted to use Doom quite yet during that and was kind of forced to do it, and then the rest of the team was scrambling like, okay, we're coming.
Where is the Fiend's Grip?
Nope.
No, it doesn't matter. There's Monkey King canceling it out.
And there it goes.
There's Atun again. It's like, come back here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Toon seemed like he got a bit distracted right there, but man, then I look back at the net worth and still see him up an insane amount of gold right now. Sitting at 9,300 with 6,900, the Troll Warlord next in line, so he's making very good use of that hand of minus. The downtime's been minimal, I want to say.
That was 2 towers taken at pretty much the same time by SG Esports, though.
Yeah.
Get both the mid and the bottom, lose no heroes for it, and retain your top tower. This is some smooth play.
So this is the thing with the farming Doom, though. It's these auras are going to be great, but you know how much truly impact is that going to be? An early Shiva is fantastic, but will that result in this early game pace that Thunder Predator needs to then come through? Again, the ultimate question there.
I mean, early Shivas is really going to be messing with that Monkey King, and the Monkey King is the one that has to make space for the Morphling, right?
Yeah.
So Troll Warlord versus a Monkey King is going to go just fine as long as that Shivas is up. That's I enjoy it as an item pickup, but it requires one thing out of Thunder Predators that we haven't been seeing too much, which is them to play together as 5.
We haven't seen a Ravage yet.
Nope.
That, to me, like, I don't know. I feel like when that's up and running, you grab a smoke, you make use of it. You're going to take that point.
Oh, we were caught again in the same spot as before.
No, he's going to get tossed up and go and find himself a nice kill. In comes the Troll, though. He's got to be able to go. He's going to end him up. They'll turn back around. There's the Ravage finally, though. They'll find a double kill off of that. And I'm thinking that's going to be a triple here. Never mind. Frank's going to say, I would like that, please. Thank you.
3 for the team.
But yeah. For sure. Then it's just Atun walking in the middle of the river.
Guys are here.
Hey guys, what's good?
They have a tower left to take on top, and now is a really solid.
Good Hardy just it's like a Hot Wheel car.
Fiend's Grip. They got him up here. It's an easy kill in the Darks here, so just as we're kind of talking about, they're maybe not grouping up as much as they should, not using Ravage. Well, 30 seconds later, they do all those
Cast his curse.
in a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way. I like to see them working together, you know?
It was about time, wasn't it?
It really was. That's definitely the Thunder Predator maybe we expected to see more of. The Maelstrom pickup on Monkey King, of course, trying to enhance that farm, but that top tower goes down now. Leo style is enhanced quite a bit, and he's caught up to the Doom, who's still very far ahead of everyone else.
I feel like that team's playing a totally different game from everyone else.
Well, the Doom knows how to farm. He's really proven that today if it wasn't known before.
This is a dead Prada, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he was setting up their fools.
It's an easy kill in the Darks here, so just as we're kind of talking about, they're maybe not grouping up as much as